guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable, inexpensive makeup from Walmart drugstore. I'll test it on my face, I'll pass the savings to you guys. In this video, we're testing the brand new products from Catrice that I ordered. The beautiful foundation, True Skin Hydrating Foundation, concealer, same edition, True Skin, and in a box, mini eyeshadow palette, and also the primer goes with it. Everything is clean ID, everything is free of any harmful ingredients and vegan, all kind of good stuff. So if you guys are interested to see how this works and what I think about it, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so YouTube notifies you of all the videos I upload. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. So do follow me on social media. The links are down below, as well as my Patreon group. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into this. So my friends asked me if I've seen a new Tati Westbrook video where she reviews this foundation, and it said like the best foundation, something like that. So I watched it. It looked interesting, looked full coverage, and looks like she loved it. So I decided to give it a try. And of course, when you shop online, you want to get free shipping, right? So that's what happens. You end up buying a lot of SHA you don't need. Besides, I wanted to review it. I saw they had new primer, Clean ID Insta Bright Serum Primer, and also the same edition concealer, kind of goes together. So Clean ID Insta Bright Serum Primer is $9. True Skin High Cover Concealer is $7. True Skin Hydrating Foundation is $11. And also I picked up a small eyeshadow palette, 5 in the box, mini eyeshadow palette. This was $6. And this one is a modern smoky look. The other ones look too neutral, too warm. I'm into cool tones, so I got this one. I'll give you a couple of swatches so you can see. I mean, there's only 5 shades. I swatched shimmers here at the end of the video, you'll see. It doesn't swatch great. I mean, it's budget eyeshadow. It's a light color. This one's actually very pigmented. Everything applies nicely over the primer, but of course, on dry skin, it's not all that. Here are the shimmers. The shimmers are alright. They're nice. You'll see the application. So, but the true test is the foundation, the concealer, and the primer. I've been wearing these things for like 2 hours already, and this looks still beautiful. Nothing's fallen to lights. So the foundation is a big win for me. It's not like the best foundation ever, the way Tati Westbrook said. I think it was just for the shock value and to get views, to be honest. As if she needs views. I need the views. She doesn't. But anyway, yeah, I agree with her. It's a very, very nice foundation. Very hydrating and perfect looking at the same time. So let's get into the application. You'll see how the eyeshadow applies, foundation, concealer. I'll show you in the real daylight and all of that. So let's get into it. I use Catrice cream concealer as a base because my eyelids have been dry. So I'm using this Moda brush and starting with the gray eyeshadow in the outer corner because we don't have black. The gray one is pretty dark. It's pretty good. Using a Spectrum brush. I'm using a small brush for the low lash line to smoke it out, to create a perfect smoky look. Now using a slightly bigger brush and blending out the off brown kind of tone to blend it out further. I'd say it's very well curated eyeshadow palette with this kind of smoky look, perfectly thought out. I'm using even bigger Moda brush for the lightest tone. The lightest tone is really pigmented, as you can see. It applies so well, it blends so easily. Everything about this palette makes sense. So I used Beauty Bay gel liners for the waterline, the blue and the black layered. And now we're applying the lightest shimmer at the brow bone. It swatches actually nicely, but it needs to be wet. I actually sprayed the brush to apply it so you can see it. And this is Wet n Wild brush from a dollar store, and we applied it. Beautiful color. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And this is like a bluish grayish color, very pretty. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of this video. So this is just the basic smoky eye look. The palette is great. I have no complaints. It's a perfect fiber, like 5 pans, and you can really create the full eye look with it, as it claims. I used all 5 shades and they blend perfectly. And very creamy, very buttery, beautiful. The shimmer's not like extra metallic, but I can always put some glitter on top of it, you know, at the end, we'll see. Anyway, so let's get to the face products. So this is Clean ID Catrice Insta Bright Serum Primer. And it says it's silicone-free, microplastic particles-free, which makes you wonder, like Hattie Westbrook when she was reviewing, like, what does it mean? Does it mean that the rest of the makeup has microplastic particles? Oh shit, 2 other brands. Vegan optical effect. So it says suitable for sensitive skin because it's non-comedogenic, which is great. And it says serum primer, 98% natural ingredients, gives the complexion a natural glow, use alone or under makeup, dermatologically approved. Shake well before use. Okay, so this is interesting because it says use alone. Whenever the brands claim that you can use something alone, I always question it. I mean, if I'm not wearing makeup, I'm not wearing makeup means I'm exercising, cycling outdoors, so I'm not gonna use that. What's the point? I'll just use sunscreen. It's sealed, which is always a nice surprise, because I can never take those off. Oh, that was easy. Okay, let's see. I'll put some. Oh, okay. Has a little bit of color, so maybe that's why it says can be used alone. Has a nice fragrance, like vanilla almost. It smells like something you could eat. Yeah, very smooth, very moisturizing. We'll see how glowy this is. Oh yeah, it is glowy. So zoomed in a little bit. As you can see, it is very glowy. So that is true to the claim. So let's get into foundation. To the primer for $9, I think it's a little high for the drugstore brand, but it's very clean, it's very natural, it's vegan, so I can see why. So the foundation is very clean too. It's the same thing, a True Skin hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid long wear. I got it in the color Neutral Toffee 046. We'll see if it matches. It says True Skin but better. Hydrating foundation with hyaluronic acid and watermelon seed oil leaves a perfectly even skin tone and natural matte finish. Medium to high coverage with comfortable skin feeling. Dermatologically approved. That sounds good actually. I wonder how is it hydrating and matte at the same time. It's kind of an oxymoron, but we'll see. So I have little samples here. So this is Catrice HD coverage 030. This one's a little light for me. This is 040. It's a little better match, but it's a little pinkish as you can see. This is my true match and the best match. This is ABH Anastasia, the hydrating one, luminous foundation, and this is in the color 315N. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear, and this is in the color, alright, 455 Natural Buff. So that's L'Oreal, and the last one is Wet n Wild, and this is the old original Wet n Wild green beige. So on my arm it looks a little dark, but it usually blends on my face because I self-tan, so this works for me as well. But again, this is the true match, so we'll see how this works. I'm gonna shake it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but I'm gonna shake it a little bit. It has a nice pump. The bottle feels heavy and glass, very nice. 18 bucks, I mean 11 bucks. It's not bad, I guess, for the foundation. It has 1.01 ounces, 30 milliliters. It's about average. Let me drop it right here. Actually, I'll drop it next to the other Catrice so you can see how Catrice compares to Catrice. That looks like this could be a perfect match. Check that out. I don't know what it smells like. I don't think it's scented, that's why I smell different things. So from where I'm looking, it looks like it could be a very good match. This is my perfect match. That's ABH foundation, and this is the new Catrice. Looks like it's a better match than the other two, and it definitely looks more luminous. The other two already dried up and look a little more dry, and this looks luminous. So again, this is the new Catrice 046 Neutral Toffee. This is the old formula Catrice HD High Coverage 030 040 ABH 315N. This is L'Oreal Fresh Wear and Foldable in color 455, and this is the Wet n Wild Cream Beige, the original formula. Looks like it's a pretty good match. Looks very similar to my favorite ABH color. Yeah, so we're gonna try it on my face. Let's see the moment of truth. I'm using it on Color Rain sponge. Looks like it's a perfect match. Wow. For once, just for once, I made the perfect decision online. I don't know how. I looked at the swatches, they have like hand swatches, and I kind of killed myself over scrutinizing them. Look at that. It's blending into my self-tanner perfectly. I think we got a winner. And it's definitely covering up my sunspots here. It looks pretty perfect. So this is what it looks like without any setting powder or anything. It does have a little bit of glow. I don't think it's matte really, because it's hydrating. It does feel hydrating. It feels very different from the original HD foundation, this one. I love this one. It works for my skin. My skin is normal to dry, but it still works. It does not make my skin extra dry and gives really great coverage. This one I feel like it's almost as good coverage, but not quite. This one has way more coverage. But I feel like this is a very good medium full. Very good medium full, very pretty. So this is it on natural light. It's still bright and light. Excuse the sirens. I'm in downtown, so I'm standing by the balcony window. So yeah, it looks very nice and glowy. It still looks very shiny. It might be due to the primer too, but yeah, it's almost full coverage. Looks very pretty. I hope you could see a good look on natural lights. So the last item from Catrice we're going to try. I'm very excited about this. This is their new concealer, True Skin High Cover Concealer with hyaluronic acid. It's waterproof. So waterproof, that means you can sweat and it won't come off. That's very good for fitness instructors. When my knees are still working, I would appreciate that. Anyway, so this says comfortable high coverage concealer with moisturizing Hydro Boost complex. Won't settle into fine lines. Fresh and even with soft matte finish. Covers under eye circles. Long-lasting, waterproof. I mean, everything that you need in concealer. And this is their first concealer that I got in Europe when I was in Dublin. So this is Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It's kind of similar claims of ultra long lasting high coverage. This one I got in the color 110 Porcelain, and this one I got in the color Warm 005 Macadamia, because you know, online you're not sure what you're getting. I usually end up getting concealers too pale, so I decided not to go there. So this is the new concealer. Oh, it's a real nice soft applicator. I kind of like this. It has a similar scent. It smells kind of almost like vanilla. It's very pretty. So that's the new one. Looks pretty light. And this is the old one that I got. The old one got really light and pale. I think I went too crazy, but it's good for highlighting. And this is a green camouflage concealer that I use actually as a base because my eyelids are very dry, so it actually works for me. This is 010 Ivory, and that's the ivory one. Let me blend them out on my skin so you can actually see, because this really doesn't give you a good look. So a clean finger, gonna blend out the new one. So that's the new one. I'm gonna blend out the old one with a different finger. Seems like the old one has more coverage. I'm not saying anything until I try under my eyes, but some real looks, I don't know if you can see. It almost looks like the old one was more opaque. Maybe it's just the undertone. And of course the cream I apply on the eyelids as primer. Yeah, so let's give this a go. I'm not gonna do concealer everywhere else like I usually do, just for the purpose of this video. So when I see what foundation looks like, I don't want to have the full face of concealer. So I'm just gonna put them under my eyes. I already put a lot, but I have a lot of darkness here. So I feel like I need extra coverage. And MUA bras like a Robert Welsh, they would be judgy. Judgy. So I'm trying this one more time. This is the concealer. I just squeezed it again. And this is my favorite concealer as far as coverage goes. This is Kimchi the most. It's a true high coverage concealer. So we're gonna see how they compare. Blend it out. So this is the Catrice. And another finger, Kimchi. Yeah, it seems like Kimchi is better coverage, although the color is a little lighter too. Yeah, I like it. As you can see, it has a good coverage, but I wouldn't say it's the best coverage I've got, like out of all my concealers. I think it's good. I wouldn't call it high coverage, I would call it medium high. Okay, I finished the rest of my makeup, and you got the eye look and the face. The skin looks still pretty. I'm not doing the wear test because I'm just testing a lot of products at the same time, and also because it's already late and I like to work out in the morning. So it's 7:11 now, and I started filming, it was like 5-ish, so the foundation itself has been on, I would say, an hour at least. My face does not eat foundation. Nothing ever breaks on it. So it's the wear test would be a little bit pointless to me. So I zoomed you in so you can see the skin and the eyes. You remove some of my bangs. I just shampooed my hair so it looks very fresh. It's a very rare occasion. I don't wash my hair very often. So enjoy while you can. Anyway. Yeah, the skin looks great. Nothing is breaking up. I feel like the concealer does fall into the fine lines. It says it doesn't, but I think those kind of claims are always bogus because there's no concealer that does not fall into fine lines. That's what they do. They fall into fine lines. And that's a cream. And that's a line. There you go. It's just impossible. The thing is, when you set it, it should stay put. But I feel like this one is so creamy that it kind of does start to fall into lines. So I had to press the powder over again. So I'm not sure how I feel about the concealer. I like the old formula better. It's a little drier, but I think even if you have dry skin, this earring keeps twisting. Even if you have dry skin, you use something hydrating like this, it's gonna make it look worse to me because it's gonna still fall into the lines. Because you still have to set it, right? So it's gonna look cakier to me. I would rather use a little more matte concealer and a little less of it and set it lightly, and it's gonna look better to me, at least on my skin. I don't know, some people have different opinion, but it's alright. It's $7, that's cheap. To me, it's not all that. The foundation, however, is very beautiful. It is medium to high coverage. I would say it's not fully high coverage. I have foundations that have way more coverage than this, but it's almost full. It looks very nice. I still can see like some spots there peeking through, but it's almost full coverage. It's nice. It's not full into lines actually. The foundation looks fine. The primer works with it because I mean it's the same brand. The primer looked beautiful. I can see myself using this a lot because it is glowy and feels great in the skin. It's very smoothing. I don't think it claims to fill the pores, but for me it's not a big deal because I don't have a lot of pore issue. But it looks bright. It does look bright and beautiful, so I think it lives up to the claims. And the foundation looks even glowier. The eye look looks great. Well, I did add some berry topper because you remember the eyeshadow was not all that. I mean, the eyeshadow is nice, but it wasn't all that bright, the shimmer. So I used Asteroid, and this topper is amazeballs. If you guys ever can get your hands on berry toppers, they're like the best, hands down. Cheap AF and the best. I bought it in Europe, so I don't know where you can get them in US. So this is another check-in, so you can see on the daylight, no studio lights. It's like after 7:30 p.m. here in LA, and it's still, I can see sun out, so you can see. If you're looking at that, that's my bedroom. We have inversion table. I had back issues, we got that big sucker, but it works well. Anyway. Yeah, you see the skin looks good. Nothing is breaking apart. It's been on for like 2 hours, something close to 2 hours. It's not a huge wear test, but foundation doesn't break up on me. It's very glowy. I don't have highlighter here, I don't. I use the glowy powder, setting powder from Catrice as well, so that's why it looks glowy. But so far everything looks nice. In concealer too. Concealer is like alright, but the foundation is real nice. And this is nice foundation. I agree with Tati. I was watching Tati Westbrook a video where she claimed it was the best foundation ever. I don't know if it's the best foundation ever. It's a nice drugstore option, and it's nice that it's clean, it's new, it's vegan, and has like no those micro particles, whatever, plastic particles. So that makes you wonder what other products have those things. So for the concealer, I would say meh. The foundation is a yay. The eyeshadow is great. It's made very cohesively. It's made to blend with each other. So all these 5 shades. I like that it has a lighter shade to blend out into your skin tone. The dark shade, I don't like that it's not black. It does say it's a modern, what did it say here? It's a modern smoky look. I guess modern meaning that you don't need black in modern looks. I mean, I would beg to differ because I love black. But again, it says no microplastic particles, and this is very interesting that this one doesn't have microplastic particles either. I mean, what's up with that? Actually, I found Catrice highlighter that I own. It's Amber Crystal 030 High Glow. It's very high glow. It has mineral highlighting powder. And this is very nice. I haven't used this in a while. I'm like, wow, I should use this more often. And I also use Catrice Glow Loose Powder. If you guys can get your hands on this, this is like e.l.f. Halo Glow, but I think I like this one better for some reason. I don't know why, but I do. It's a beautiful translucent powder. It does give you glow, like moderate glow, not crazy. And I also use Catrice lipstick in the color 100. It's a demi matte. The formula is very creamy, it's very nice, but I don't like the kind of cracks and lines weirdly because it's not even liquid lipstick. However, I do love the High Shine. This is Catrice Generation Plump and Shine lip gloss. I do love lip gloss, and lip gloss makes everything look better. And this is the color Golden Zircon 090, so in case you're wondering. So I use as many Catrice products as I can. So I love this. I love that. I would highly recommend to use this primer if you like glowy primers. It's beautiful, it's very clean foundation, and the eyeshadow, the concealer is alright. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think, and leave me a comment below, and like this video if you enjoyed it. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like it, and also follow my Instagram, Twitter, the links are down below. Do please subscribe to my channel. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. Do ring the notification bell so you get notified of all the new videos I upload. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Thank you so much for being here for me. You guys are great. I have Patreon group, we have Telegram chat, Facebook group, and I do special hits for my patrons. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.